Today is Nutritional Thursday, and this conversation is for midlife women, ages 40 to 69, with an honorable mention to my 37-year-old queens. Because if you are starting to feel the shift, then this applies to you. Yeah. This is not diet talk. This is not trend chasing. This is performance intelligence for women who are navigating a wiser, more demanding body. Here's the truth most women may never hear. If nutrition feels harder in midlife, it's not because you lost discipline. It is because your body stopped tolerating inefficiency. Recovery time changes. Inflammation shows up faster. Blood sugar swings. They hit harder than a professional athlete. Gut resilience is no longer optional. The rules changed, but not your worth. And saying that out loud protects you from diet wars and builds trust. I want to ground this conversation in performance because that is where my nutritional mindset was formed. So I've got my degree in foods and nutrition, and I loved it. I raised athletic, competitive kids, and when competition mattered, food was never emotional. It was strategic. On competition days, the meal was simple: water, ribeye steak, garden salad, baked potato without cheese, sometimes garlic bread, if they passed on the potato. Now why? Because fuel matters when output matters, because inflammation costs performance, because recovery starts before the game and not after it. That logic did not stop being true when I became midlife. It became more important. My personal epiphany did not come from a trend. It came because I listened to my body. I stopped asking, what can I eat? And started asking, why am I eating this? That question, it changed everything. This is conscious leadership, hyper awareness. I love that. Not control, not restriction, but awareness. When I shifted toward omega-3s, low to no refined carbs, keto phases, and oven roasted walnuts on repeat, my body responded big. My inflammation dropped. My recovery improved. My thinking got clearer. But the real game changer, here it comes. My gut healing yogurt bowl. Because gut health is not digestion. It is communication. It's communication between your brain and your body, between your immune system and your energy, between your movement and your mood. Yeah, I know. I walked that path. Now let me say this clearly, because this matters for trust. I want you to understand I am human, just like you. But I am human. I love rice. I love non-breaded, fried, air-fried chicken wings, however they come. I got to get my points in, non-breaded. Listen, the difference now is not willpower. It is awareness. When I choose those foods, I already know The offset. Because for every action, there's a consequence. 8 to 10 minutes of movement, water with lemon, intention instead of guilt. So when I cheat, I know, or if I over excel, in that plate, that is regulation, not punishment. That is leadership, not chaos. I know what I need to do because of what I chose to do. And this is where exercise, it is non-negotiable. Movement is law to me, whether I'm in home, outdoors, or the gym. It's not about aesthetics. It's about circulation, mobility, and preservation. I stretch twice a day, not because it looks impressive, but because it protects my joints. It protects my spine. It protects my central nervous system or my nervous system. Gut health supports movement. Movement supports clearer thinking. So here's the loop. This is where everything comes together and where men mindset becomes sticky. Mindset, exercise, nutrition. This is conscious leadership, hyper awareness in action. So this is how my testimony maps out. Mindset, why I eat. Exercise, movement is law. Nutrition, food is fuel and repair. This is not theory. This is live. This is what I'm living. And this matters especially for women navigating chronic illness like myself, injury history like myself, or recovery seasons like myself. I know what it feels like when your body says no. That is why I teach small wins. I hear my pup out there. I just want to make sure she's good. So 8 minutes of movement rebuilt my rhythm when my body, when it couldn't do no more. 8 minutes reminded my nervous system that I was still capable. Nutrition supported that movement reinforced that mindset. So by the end of this video, you should feel something shift. Girl, not motivation. Clarity. Yeah, clarity. You should feel less confused about food, less pressured by extremes, more confident in your choices, clearer about gut health matters now. This is not about rhythm. This is about rhythm, not rules. Yeah, not rules. This is about rhythm. So if this conversation helped you, there is one next step. 1, not 10. I want you to go back to my Work It Wednesday foundation video, and I'll link it right here in this video, where I break down how 8 minutes of movement rebuilt my rhythm when my body said no. And there were times when my body said, hell no. Because nutrition and movement were never meant to live apart. They're cut buddies. This is Nutritional Thursday, where we fuel performance, protect longevity, and lead consciously. I'm glad you're here. I'm proud of you for sticking in there, and I'm glad that you're going to be here next week. Yeah, I'm already counting on you to come back next Thursday for another episode of Nutritional Thursday, where we will continue to dive further into this topic and this subject. I have a degree, a bachelor's in foods and nutrition. I chose not to become a dietitian because I did not want to take another chemistry. I was done, girl. No, I was done. Cut. But what I did learn was something valuable back in the 90s. And it has just continued to evolve And I'm even following more scientists to get information about what it takes to make sure that I'm feeding my body in what it needs to respond in the way that I need it to serve me. I want you to subscribe so you don't miss anything. Hit the notification bell and subscribe because it's free. And girl, it helps me. It does. It helps me. So I'm breathing because I know where I was. I know how much pain I was in. I know the changes that I had to make using the M.E.N mindset. And I know what I had to stop putting on my plate. So this is Moni R. Voux. She is not new. She's next. And you are my next better. Hope to see you on the inside.